Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the November 8th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. Becoming a beacon of joy. When you focus on your own joy, you become a beacon of joy for others. Joy as an extension of love is an expression of our true essence. We are all, consciously or not, desiring to realign with our true essence, and thus others, through your example, will be drawn to you. Others will naturally want to understand what you have done to become joyous, and so you will help create a more joyous world by simply choosing to focus on your own joy. Focusing on your own joy is not an act of selfishness, but an act of selflessness. Your act of selflessness will help people remember that they can create their own reality and that they have the power and that they have this same power within. They will use this power in more and more areas of their lives, making them more self-reliant and thus greater examples to others who are also on a search to realign with the truth in them. Excuse me. Today we practice becoming this beacon of joy, aligning with the energy of joy. There are 5 points that I will make today to help us align little by little with the energy of joy. The first is the idea of dropping judgment. We have a large investment in judgment because you see the ego has equated judgment to wisdom. And so the ego has programmed us to believe that when we judge others, we're doing so because we are wiser than them. But what the ego doesn't tell us is that when we do so, we separate ourselves from them. And also what it does not tell us is that we don't know what is in their best interests. We think we know. But to truly know what is in their best interests in every moment that we choose judgment instead of compassion or forgiveness, it's simply buying into the ego's illusion that we think we know what's best for other people. Because in truth, every single person's journey is sacred to them. And so when we choose, through awareness, to lower our judgments, to not judge as much, and to simply trust that God's source, along with their highest self, has the perfect journey for them, and equally so for ourselves. As our judgments are reduced, our joy is increased. As our judgments of others and ourselves are reduced throughout the day, our joy is increased. Simply because we're now trusting that God's source is leading the way, along with our highest self, and that each step on our journey will be of use. And for whichever way we use it, it will be of use to us specifically, and therefore to them specifically. And they will learn in their own way, and we will learn in our own way, and we will both find our ways home. And the more we allow for this, the more joy we experience. Point number 2, forgiveness. Again, the ego has taught us that if you don't forgive, then you have control over another person, and therefore you are more powerful. This is a trick that people who feel powerless buy into, this idea of control, judgment, and not forgiving. And so you carry this judgment within you of your brothers and sisters. Many judgments because the ego has taught us to defend our way of life, our reality, our perception of reality. And it has equally and separately created 7 billion other realities. And so when those realities are judging us because they're unlike us, then we judge them and we do not forgive them for that. And then the ego tries to make us believe that because we don't forgive, we have power over them. But what does this lack of forgiveness do to us? When we choose not to forgive, we actually don't have power over them. In fact, we don't even have power over ourselves. Because it is not really us who is not forgiving them. Because the truth in us can never judge them. So what is happening is that the ego programming in us is judging them. The false illusion that we believe about ourselves is judging them. So in essence, someone who is not us is judging them for us. And then it has us carry this judgment with us throughout the day. And it darkens our days. The more judgments we carry, it darkens our day and makes our days heavier and more burden filled. And even at night, we toss and turn at night because we carry these judgments with us. Invisible as they may be, the burden is there because of the judgment, because of the lack of forgiveness. So today we simply practice forgiving. Even when the ego insists that we must not forgive, today we will practice simply forgiving, letting it go. Understanding that those individuals who judge us or who quote unquote attack us through their words or actions, they are simply asleep. They are not being who in truth they are. Only the sleeping part of them is attacking us. Because the truth in them can never attack us. Because the truth in them is love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, peace, and joy. That is their truth. That is our truth. And truth does not need to attack illusion because truth is all and illusion is nothing. And so today we practice forgiveness. And when we do, we will see that we will have less burdens and more joy. Point number 3, understanding the idea of oneness. When you judge another individual, the ego has taught us that we're separate from them. So we can judge them and attack them and not hurt ourselves. So if we're angry or we're sad and we're feeling bad about ourselves, it says that we can attack other people and that negative energy will go to them and we'll be released from that negative energy. But no matter how many times we've tried this, if we truly are aware and present, we see that how we react to other people affects us. So when we're judging other people, we're judging ourselves, because in truth we are one. We're not separate beings. Yes, the ego would think us as separate, because it wants us to believe that it is we and the ego against the world, against our brothers and sisters, against God's source. So we can only listen to what the ego has to say. And that way the ego stays relevant, and that way the ego survives. But once we realize that we're all one, then we have no need for the ego, because attack is irrelevant, defense is irrelevant, because we understand that what we do to them, we do to ourselves. And the more we understand this, the more self-awareness we have, the more we react to others with peace, with joy, with compassion, with forgiveness. Because that is who we in truth are, and that's who in truth we want to feel, those energies. We want to keep on aligning with our true energies, with the truth within us, with the love that is us. And an extension of that love is joy. And so we want, deep down inside, to be joyous. We want to offer deep down inside joy to everyone and all. Because that is simply in alignment with who we in truth are. And so let us practice today the idea of oneness, remembering oneness, that what we do to others, we do to ourselves. When we offer others joy, we will experience joy ourselves. When we offer others compassion, that is the energy that will flow through us. When we offer them judgment and condemnation, that is what we will feel. And when we feel those energies, when we do not align with our true nature, we feel less joy. When we align with our true nature, we feel more joy. Point number 4. Stop supporting thoughts that don't support you. Today we practice supporting thoughts that support us. For example, we're working with the energy of joy today. And so we support thoughts that support joy. That support the idea of joy within us. That support aligning ourselves with our true nature. And so along with joy, we place our time, focus, and energy on thoughts that align us with our true nature, with love, with compassion, with forgiveness, with kindness. And so every moment we get, we practice seeing where we are in the present moment. We just kind of do a little checkup on ourselves as many times as we can today. Okay, where am I? How am I feeling towards my brothers and sisters? Am I aligning with the energy that I want to align today with? Today I want to align with the energy of joy. And by aligning with the energy of joy, the brighter that energy of joy shines within me, the brighter my light shines. And so the stronger and more steady I am in my own self-awareness. And because we're all one, we all desire to stand steady and strong in our self-awareness, in the love that we are. And so when you offer your brothers and sisters this light of joy, your brothers and sisters will be naturally attracted to you. Not so much in that physical sense, but simply in that memory that is tugging at them, that is saying to them that something that you have within you, what you're shining within you, also exists within them. And so when you shine that energy of joy, when you're being joyous, your brothers and sisters, even though they might be sleepwalking through life, even though they might be buying into the ego's fairy tale of who they think they are, and using judgment and condemnation and anger and resentment and all those things, when they see the joy in you, when they see you being self-aware of your joy and shining your light bright, they will be naturally attracted to that, because they and you, we all have the basic same destination, which is a state of peace, a state of joy, the state of love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. We all have that destination within us. We're just taking different roads to it. But when somebody else sees you being the truth of who you are, a memory within them will click that will remind them that there's something in your actions, in your nature, that is also true in them. And so you see, when you're working on yourself, when you're working on your self-awareness, when you're working on aligning more with the energy of joy, with the energy of love and compassion, you're not being selfish when you're doing this. Because remember, you can only be selfish if we were separate beings. If we were separate from our brothers and sisters. We are not. We are one. So when you're healing yourself, you're helping heal everyone. When you're shining that light of joy brighter and brighter, you are helping others see that the joy that you have, they can also have. Because there will be a memory within them that will tug at them and say, look at it, look at him, look at her. Look at that joy. Somewhere within, I know that joy is within me too. And so, by you working on yourself, you're not being selfish. You're being selfless. Because yes, in the ego's world we're separate, so that would be selfish. But that's an illusion, that's not real. In truth, we are all one. So when you heal yourself, you help heal the world. When you heal yourself, there's a part of each and every other brother and sister that is healed. And when they see your example, a little light shines in them too. And that light helps them remember who in truth they are. So do not feel like you're being selfish today. when you're working on yourself, when you're making yourself joyous, because you're bringing everybody along with you. They might not notice that, and that's okay. But little by little, they will start to hear the voice for joy. And the voice for joy is what they will choose. The voice for peace is what they will choose. Because that is their true nature. And we're all on a journey to remembering our true nature. Point number 5. Aligning with your passions. The more you align with your passions, with the energies of joy, of peace, of compassion, the more joyous you become. Because you, before you were even born, heard a call for help and healing from this planet. It may be in numerous areas, but there is a specific area for you to work on and people to work with. And so the key to that, to finding out what your mission, so to speak, in this life is to follow your passions, is to follow your joy, is to follow what brings you peace of mind, is to express love in whatever ways fit you best, that are in alignment with your value system, with your current value system. And so today, let us simply practice taking little steps towards our truth, the love that we are. And it could be, again, it could be in 100 different ways. It could be being a police officer and believing that you help provide safety to others. Or it could be being a healer and provide healing to individuals who are looking for greater alignment with the truth in them. And by healer, you can be Reiki healer, you can be a psychologist, you can be whatever. A doctor. And so, or you could be an athlete and provide entertainment for people and joy for them. And so you see there's 1,000 ways to provide joy, to fulfill your mission. The key is simply to align with your truth, okay? Align with joy, with peace, with compassion, with love, and then express them in your own individual sacred ways. You're all attracted to different little things. We're all attracted to different things. And what we're really attracted to, that's the call that we're being asked to answer. And so, listen to that call today. Listen to your passions. Listen to your joy. And express it. Practice taking little steps towards them. It could be just a small step. But just become consciously aware of what brings you peace, joy, love, and then take a step towards that. And by taking a step towards that, you'll be taking a step towards your mission here in this life. And you will notice that when you start taking steps towards your mission in life, you will start to feel fulfilled. So see what actions in your life, what thoughts, what words, what actions, reactions, interactions fulfill you, and simply take steps towards those areas that are fulfilling to you. And that way you align more with the energy of love and joy within you. And so taking those 5 steps today will help us align more with the truth of who we are. And when we do, we will shine our light brighter and brighter. And when we're shining our bright lighter and lighter, when we're working on ourselves, let us remember today that we're not being selfish. That is a little trick of the ego. That is only real when you believe in the idea of separation, the illusionary idea of separation, that we are separate from our brothers and sisters. No, we're not. We are all one. Therefore, when you're healing yourself, when you're aligning with the energies of love, peace, and joy, you are being selfless. because you're setting the example for all your brothers and sisters so that they too can see that what you have and when you are expressing, they can also have and express. And so please give yourself a break today. When you're working on yourself, you're helping everyone, not just yourself. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listing process and it might help somebody find this video someday who can use this information. If you would like to ask me a question or a comment, I try to answer all your questions and I do my best to respond in the YouTube videos in my YouTube channel. And finally, if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you in this community. Again, thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. And God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.